Hi, everyone. This is Sarah Russell, and today I'm going to talk about an interesting distinction within the holistic health and nutritional therapy world that doesn't really get talked about that much, and that stops a lot of people from fulfilling their vocation. And essentially, most of how we are taught to talk about our work comes from a sales and marketing model. Many of us feel excluded from the style and the language and the values, but they are almost like the only language that is taught to us and that is spoken to us, and so we don't really have the words for what it is. So today I'm going to talk about the distinction between sales and service in the holistic health and nutritional therapy world. To some extent, I'm going to be contrasting kind of like opposite extremes on what is really a continuum or a spectrum. So please do not be offended, or don't think that these are truly mutually exclusive. Many of us will incorporate some features of both. So there isn't judgment in in the language that I'm using or in any of my intention. So I'm just trying to simplify and explain something that doesn't really get talked about that much, so that we can have a framework to express ourselves as practitioners and to move forward in building and growing our practices, even if we do not fit into the sales and marketing oriented model. So I'm going to break it down in terms of objectives or goals, client connection style, and values. In the sales world, the goal really is to sell and profit and to get and keep clients. A sales-oriented practitioner is going to be someone who's going to be like, oh, the more clients I have, the better. The more money I make, the better. The more profit I make, the better. The longer I keep a client, the better. A service-oriented practitioner is going to have a different type of goal. That their goal will be to serve and earn a living doing good work and helping people solve problems. So it is people-centered and service-oriented, whereas the sales model is more oriented. It's more practitioner-centered. It is, I want money, and the more money I have, the better. And then, the people who are, who become clients are in a way, they're tools for the practitioner within the service. Within the sales model. So in the service model, the practitioner is a tool to help the client solve a problem, and the client values the work of the practitioner and pays them so that the practitioner makes a good living. Versus in the sales model, where the practitioner needs clients in order to make money, and the client is essentially a tool. The objective is different. In the first one, it's profit. In the second one, it is serve while earning a living. Of course, nobody wants to work for free. I'm not saying that anybody should. Client connection style. In the sales model, the connection style is going to be a sales and marketing style of talking about who you are and what you do. The goal is going to be to sell yourself, sell your products, sell your services, and there is going to be a focus on appearance. What will people think of me? Image, looking good and saying the right things in order. Like it is more important to say what will attract clients than to be authentic. That is more of a service-oriented communication style and connection style with clients and prospects. The client connection style in the service model is about communicating who you are and what you do to an audience so that you will connect with the right people that you can help solve problems. In the sales model, remember, the more clients, the better. Someone reaches out to you, your goal is to sign them on. It is not, you do not have the goal of asking yourself, am I a good match for this client? Authentically. It is different. It's totally different. So when you communicate in a service-oriented model, your concern is to connect with a type of person that you can truly help solve a problem from a service-centered and individualized approach, that puts the client at the center and also remunerates you. So authenticity is more important than selling or marketing or appearance. Authenticity is more important than image. So there's less of a concern of, oh, what are people going to think about me? And more of a concern about, how do I connect with people so I can help them in the best way that I can. Values. In a sales-centered perspective, the goal is just to earn as much money as you can. And that is the ultimate end that justifies whatever it is that you do in order to make as much money as you can, get as many clients as you can, sell as much stuff as you can. More is better. So, it is less important to you whether the specific thing that you're selling or the person that you're selling it to are well matched for each other. The goal is just, like I sell, like if I sell essential oils, I'm just going to want to sell a lot of essential oils, and I'm going to tell everyone that these essential oils are awesome for everyone, because my goal is to sell them. I don't really it does not really even cross my mind of, could this be dangerous for someone or their pet or, for a pregnant woman? No. My goal is just to sell essential oils, and your job is to buy them. That is a sales-oriented approach. In a service-oriented approach, you will want to, your values will be wanting to earn a good living while fulfilling your passion and working with integrity. The idea in the service-centered perspective is that, holistic really means it comes from whole, the entire, everything. So the service-centered model is holistic. It looks at the whole picture of the client-practitioner relationship, the health journey, the practitioner's situation. So I have a vocation, I have passion for my vocation, and I want to make a good living. All these things fit together as pieces of a puzzle that complete the big picture versus, I just want to sell, make as much money as I can, get as rich as possible. And everyone who crosses my path is a potential, person that I can, sell whatever it is that the trend du jour may be. It could be, like a program. It could be essential oils or a specific supplement that might be trending, or, like the next protein powder or whatever it is, to whoever at, and the goal is just so that you can get rich. A lot of people feel alienated by the sales model because they have a passion to help people solve problems. And they are under the impression that the only language that will get them there is the sales-centered language. And I'm here to tell you that there is an alternative. There are ways that you can communicate who you are authentically. Whether or not you choose to use social media, you don't have to, but most people ultimately will, have that as part of what they do. But you literally everything that you see people doing, you don't have to do all of those things. You get piece by piece, item by item, to ask yourself, is this aligned with me? Do I want to do this? Does it fit who I am? And, it can be dynamic. Things can change over time. So, you may start out using social media, then you may realize, oh, this is really not for me. I don't feel comfortable here. Or, you could choose a different style of being on social media. You could take a break from it. You could stop using it altogether. Or, you don't have to use a smartphone, or you could use a smartphone, or, like all these things are optional. So just because it looks like everyone is doing those things does not mean that you have to do those things. Your question is, who am I? How can I communicate who I am to the right people so that I can fulfill my vocation? And one of my goals in setting up mentoring groups has really been to create a space for people who are in a more service-oriented framework, to really just have a paradigm that they can use and feel comfortable with, and that doesn't, like make them uh, feel like they're going against their values and who they are in order to set up a practice. It can be really, really exhausting to be speaking someone else's language. If you are a service-oriented professional, to be using the sales and marketing-oriented language is not going to feel right to you. It's going to make you tired. It's you may not even find that the right clients come to you, and you don't enjoy the work, and you're like, but wait, I wanted to do this. Why am I not enjoying myself? Why am I getting burnt out? So it is really important to know who you are and where you fit along this continuum. And if you are a service-oriented professional and you're struggling to build, to find yourself having a framework that you feel is authentic for you, I would love to help you. And I have a couple of different mentoring groups, and I would love to talk about, which one or maybe both could be right for you. So I hope that you'll connect, and I'm looking forward to talking. Okay, take care.